Hello everyone, welcome to LBS IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss art and culture MCQs based on previous year UPSC questions. So let's start our session. Our first question is,
Chapchagat is a festival celebrated in the state of options are Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Mizoram and Sikkim. The answer to this question is option C, Mizoram. Chapchagat is a festival celebrated in the state of Mizoram. It is celebrated during March after completion of their most arduous task of Jum operation, that is, clearing the remnants of jungle burning. It's a spring festival celebrated with great fervor and gaiety. So here answer to this question is option C, Mizoram. Don't confuse Chapchagat with Chavanghat, because Chavanghat is a festival in Manipur, Mizoram and Assam. The ancient Indian play Mudrarakshasa of Vichagadatta has its subject on. Options are a conflict between gods and demons of ancient Hindu lore, a romantic story of an Aryan prince and tribal woman, the story of the power struggle between two Aryans, the court introduced at the time of Chandragupta. Here answer to this question is option D, the court introduced at the time of Chandragupta. The Mudrarakshasa, that is the signet of the minister, is a historical play in Sanskrit by Vishagadatta that narrates the ascent of the king Chandragupta Maurya to power in northern India. So here answer to this question is option D. Mrichakatika, an ancient Indian book written by Shudraka, deals with option A, the love affair of young Brahmin with daughter of courtesan, option B, the victory of Chandragupta II over the Shakakshatrapas of western India, option C, the military expeditions and exploits of Samudragupta, option D, the love affairs between Gupta king and princess of Kamrup. The answer to this question is option A. Mrichakatika, also known as the Little Clay Cart, is a 10-act Sanskrit drama attributed to Shudraka, an ancient playwright who is possibly from 5th century. The play is set in the ancient city of Ujjaini during the reign of King Palaka. The central story is that of a noble but impoverished young Brahmin who falls in love with a wealthy courtesan or Nagaravatu. So here answer to this question is option A. Which one of the following four Vedas contains an account of magical charms and spells? Options are Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Atharva Veda and Samaveda. Here answer to this question is option C, Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda stands to mean a Tatpurusha compound of Atharvan, an ancient sage and knowledge. It dates back to 1000 to 800 BC. Atharva Veda is called a Veda of magical formulas. It includes three primary Upanishads, that is Mundaka Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad and Prashna Upanishad. This Veda contains hymns, many of which were charms and magical spells, which are meant to be pronounced by the person who seeks some benefits. Unlike Samaveda, where hymns are borrowed from Rig Veda, hymns of Atharva Veda are unique except a few. So here answer to this question is option C, Atharva Veda. The Archaeological Survey of India is an attached office of the Department or Ministry of. Options are Culture, Tourism, Science and Technology and Human Resource Development. Here answer to this question is option A, Culture. Archaeological Survey of India or ASI is an attached agency of the Ministry of Culture of the Government of India. It engages in archaeological research, conservation, protection and preservation of ancient monuments and archaeological sites in the country. ASI regulates all archaeological activities conducted in the country through provisions of AMSAR Act, that is, Ancient Monument and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act. It also regulates the Antiquities and Art Treasure Act 1972. It was founded in 1861 by a British Army engineer, Alexander Cunningham, who took a keen interest in archaeology in India. He is also known as Father of Indian Archaeology. It's a statutory body after independence under the AMSAR Act 1958. ASA is headed by a Director General and is headquartered in New Delhi. ASA has more than 3,500 protected monuments and archaeological sites of national importance that it protects and preserves. ASA publications include Ancient India, Epigraphia Indica, Indian Archaeology, a Review. So here answer to this question is option A, Culture. The Allahabad pillar inscription is associated with which one of the following? Options are Mahapadmananda, Chandragupta Maurya, Ashoka and Samudragupta. Here answer can be both Ashoka and Samudragupta, that is both C and D, but that option is not given here. So we will go with option D, Samudragupta, because Allahabad pillar inscription is especially notable for Samudragupta. So here answer to this question is option D, Samudragupta. In fact, Allahabad pillar is an Ashoka Stampa, one of the pillars of Ashoka, an emperor of Maurya dynasty who reigned in the 3rd century BC. While it is one of the few extant pillars that carry his edicts,
It is particularly notable for containing a later inscription, also known as Prayag Prashasti, is attributed to the 4th century Gupta emperor Samudragupta and follows immediately below the edicts of Ashoka. It is considered the most important historical documents of classical Gupta age. It's in excellent Sanskrit, written in more refined Gupta script by poet and minister Harsena. Inscription by Mughal Emperor Jahangir from 17th century are also engraved on this pillar. So here answer to this question is option D, Samudragupta. Which one of the following statement is not correct? Option A, Ali Madan Khan introduced a system of revenue farming in Bengal. That is incorrect. Option B, Maharaja Ranjit Singh set up modern foundries to manufacture cannons at Lahore. That is correct. Option C, Sovajay Singh of Amber had elucidated elements of geometry translated into Sanskrit. That is correct. Option D, Sultan Tipu of Mysore gave money for the construction of the idol of goddess Sharda in the Sringeri temple. That is also correct. So here answer to this question is option A. That is option A is incorrect. Because Murshid Quli Khan introduced revenue farming in Bengal. Quli Khan replaced the Mughal Jagirdari system with Mal Jismani system. He took security bonds from the contractors or ijardars, who later collected the land revenue. Though at first there remained many Jagirdars, they were shortly squeezed out by the contractors, who later came to be known as Zamindars. So here answer to this question is option A. Who wrote the book The Story of the Integration of Indian States? Options are B.N. Rao, C. Rajagopalachari, Krishna Menon and V.P. Menon. Here answer to this question is option D, V.P. Menon. At the time of independence, there were more than 500 princely states in India that were not part of a British Empire officially. These 500 princely states covered 48% of the pre-independent Indian area. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, that is India's first deputy prime minister and the home minister, with the assistance of V.P. Menon, that is the secretary of Ministry of States, was given a formidable task of integrating the princely states. The Indian Independence Act of 1947 gave princely states a choice to accede to either India or Pakistan or remain independent. V.P. Menon authored a book on the political integration of India, that is the story of integration of Indian states, and on the partition of India, that is transfer of power. So here answer to this question is option D, V.P. Menon.